Hello, Taurus. Elsie here to do a reading for the week ahead. My friends, we're here. The week ahead is the last week of the year. So this is your last reading for the year of 2023. Of course, I'll be back in 2024, but I just wanted to say thank you in all the ways that you've loved on this channel and loved on me and all of your bookings and all of that. I appreciate you so much, and it's been really lovely to get to know a lot of you. Thank you so much for hanging out, giving me some comic relief in the comments. I appreciate you guys. All right, we're going to throw out some oracles as usual. We'll follow up with some tarot, find out what's going on, see what's coming up for you in the week ahead, my friends. The last week of 2023. What's coming up for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please? Peace. Look. Take it any way you can get it, my friend. There it is. Peace. I love it. It is card number 23. And card number 23 is a 5. The 5 is all about the Hierophant. It's all about you. You are at peace. Now, I want to say that you're on the doorstep of something that's about to be born. So we've got an egg here. And I want to say that it is something here that is about to be born into the new year. It could definitely be the new year that we're looking at here in this egg. But we do have a dove in the sky carrying some ivy. So I feel like there is a long-term love situation that I feel is going to be unfolding at some point. I don't think it's this year, but ivy grows everywhere. It will grow through anything. And the dove, of course, represents love. So there might be love that's to be born here. We do have, to be fair, that is the Libra card in this deck. And we have card number 38. And that breaks down to an 11, which is then a 2. It is about balance. It's about things working out in your favor. The truth will come to the surface. Things are going to be working out in your favor the last week of the year here. Tell me what else Taurus needs to know, please. Tell me what else Taurus needs to know. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. All right. Okay. That's the one that flew out. So we've got trust. I think you're supposed to trust that the hard times are over, Taurus. It says, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. It feels like you are at peace with you. Because when you're at peace with you, you're at peace with everyone. Because when you're no longer fighting you, you're no longer fighting anyone else. And I love it. I want to say, trust the things that you see. This is a card that is violet, which is the third eye that's opening. Trust your vision. Trust what you're seeing with the third eye. We also have some pinks and blues here. Pinks are downloads. That's the crown chakra, downloads from the universe. And the blue that we show here is about the throat chakra. So trust that the information you're getting from the universe during this time of peace is for you. And accept and let the inner voice guide you. Yeah, because your third eye's open, my friend. You're safe to speak out the things that you are learning from the universe. I mean, it's always good to do it in kindness. We have growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. There it is. You're in a period of growth, my friend. And I think that for a lot of you who have been kind of, maybe a little more in hermit mode this year because you've been working on yourself, this is going to be the first time that, like your family or your friends or people that you used to be close with are going to see the new you, the one that you have been working on all year long. Last card here, last oracle for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We have uncovering treasure. It says, beneath the surface lies the bounty. I love it. Taurus, beneath your surface is where you found the bounty. I love it. You know what? I feel like you go into the week ahead with complete peace in your heart, knowing you've done your best. You've done whatever you could up to here, Taurus. And now it's time to uncover the treasures of that. It feels like you're going to be going into situations and maybe groups of people and places that maybe these people haven't gotten the first look of Taurus who's had the glow up, Taurus who's really working on the inner self and realizes that it's not everybody else's problem, that it's our problem. And when we control ourselves, we control everything. So we have the narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. I was just saying that here, right? Trust that what you will say is the truth, but tread thoughtfully, right? We don't want to be, just because we have a new knowledge, it doesn't mean everybody around us is ready for it. So tread thoughtfully, that there may be some people around you that just still don't see things that you see, right? Because your third eye is open here, my friend. You are now trusting the self, which is really beautiful. And you're about to uncover some treasure here. And I think that people are going to help you uncover that treasure. They're going to show you what a treasure you are, Taurus. Because I think you always were, but maybe you just didn't know it up to here. Tell me about Taurus, please. Let's look at some tarot. What is coming up in the week ahead for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's coming up for Taurus, please. We have the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Gifts. We have the Three of Gifts in the reverse, the Three of Pentacles, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. All right. Sorry, just listening. I feel like this is a turning point, Taurus. This is next week. The week ahead is a turning point for you. It feels as though I want to say that you've been going it alone, that you've been doing your own thing, because the Three of Pentacles is in the reverse. It feels like you have no team players, I want to say. So you might be the person who has healed yourself right into solitude. And it happens that way. You start to look around you and realize the way people had been using your kindness, using your understanding and your ability to overgive. People have been using that. I feel like in the week ahead, you're going to be very careful with how you allow people to treat you, because I feel like you're going to be holding your cards close to the chest here, especially with people who are not necessarily ones who are your team players. And I think you know who they are because your third eye is open here. I think you know exactly who I'm talking about. So we have the wheel of the year, right? There we go. We're talking about year end going into the new year. And we do have a turning point. Taurus, Jupiter goes direct on January 1st. I'm telling you, things are about to hit it good. You've been struggling up to here, some of you, but you're about to see changes coming into next week and the new year. We have the List. That is the Judgment card. It looks like you are making some big decisions, some big moves. And when the Judgment card shows up, it's not just decisions about, whether to go to Tim's or Starbucks. It's the decision that is going to change the trajectory of your whole damn life. So you're making some really big decisions here. We've got the Six of Pentacles. It might be about reciprocity. It looks like the person holding up the gift is looking directly at the naughty and nice list. Who's on your naughty and nice list? This one says Emma is nice and Robert is nice. Charles is naughty and Myrtle is naughty. Cassie is nice and Edward is nice. Aaron is naughty and Christopher is naughty. Marjorie is nice and Thomas is nice. Barbara is nice as well. So I don't know if any of those names mean anything to you, but I feel like you are making really big decisions about who you are going to give reciprocity to as it comes to next week and into the new year, my friend. I don't think you're going to be dealing with people who don't give you their whole self, because the Six of Pentacles can be about somebody who is sharing with you when you're in their presence, but then they forget about you, right? They're giving to this one, to that one, the other one, maybe a job, children, whatever's going on in their life. And I think you're only going to be holding out this gift or giving reciprocity to those who give reciprocity to you, the ones that are on the nice list. That's what I think. And then we have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, I feel like going into the week ahead, it's really a reckoning with yourself. I think that's what the Judgment card is telling me. It's a reckoning with yourself. It's a big decision to hold back or hold things close to the chest. You're no longer going to throw your pearl before swines. if you know what I'm talking about, it's a biblical thing, right? It's the warning in the Bible to keep things close to the chest, and all the things that you love and hold dear, don't throw them out in front of people who don't really care about it. And that's the truth. Just don't share it with everybody. Look, the world, the card of the Wheel of Fortune is here, and I think that there are a lot of things that are changing here. We've got the Three of Canes. It just came popping out. I didn't expect when I was shuffling it would pop out. The Three of Swords is in the reverse. I feel like you're done with the heartbreak. You're done with being disappointed, Taurus. I think that's what's coming up in the week ahead. The treasure you're uncovering, it says, beneath the surface lies the bounties. I feel like it lies beneath you, Taurus. I feel like it's within you. That's where the bounty is. You've grown internally. You've grown inside here. Tell me about the tipping point, because it feels like there is a change of who you speak with, who you are going to tolerate in your life. I feel like it's like you're already sort of ramping up for the new year. It's like you're going to step into the new year with a whole new outlook, and it is all coming up to this turning point here. Tell me about the turning point for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about this turning point. What's the turning point here? The Two of Wands, the Two of Candles. So I want to say that you have decided to expand. You've decided to go out on some sort of an adventure. We have somebody here who is writing Christmas notes. You might be deciding to send a Christmas note to someone. That could be part of the expansion. Maybe you're going to reach out to people who you feel deserve a place in your life. But the Two of Wands is about making a decision, a really big decision here, to take a different path, to do, when you do what you've always done, you get what you always got. Taurus, I think you're off that wheel. I want to say you're off that hamster wheel of repeating cycles. I think you're noticing your cycles, Taurus. We have the Death card. Yeah, it's a transformation here. Sorry, I was just looking that Death is pointing down to the dead flowers on the ground here. The Rose Crown, Crown of Thorns. We have the Death card here, which is Scorpio. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. So I think the turning point here is that you're no longer waiting. You're no longer waiting for other people to do things for you. I feel like this person's under the bed, grabbing out the gifts, ready to put them under the tree. Everything is settled. Everything is ready to go. You already know what you're giving to people. And I think what you're giving here is going to change next week. I feel like you are less about the gifts and more about the presence. Do you know what I mean? About being in the presence of other people. And I feel like what is changing here for sure is that you're going off on a new path of passion. You're making some sort of a decision to end something here or to transform something. And I think that is the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like what you're doing is you're transforming the way that you give to others. And you're no longer waiting to give to the ones that deserve it, but you are going to hold back from the ones that don't. It's a total turning point about how you see your life, Taurus, and it's a total turning point about your self-worth. I'm no longer going to give to people who don't care that I'm giving to them. There you are at the bottom. You've got the Matrona. Oh, look at that. The Emperor and the Empress are both at the bottom of the deck in the future. And we've got the Star. Somebody has been manifesting. I think you two have been manifesting each other, to be honest. And we have the King of Candles, somebody who is going to approach you, someone who is inspired to approach you. I think it's the Emperor here. The Emperor will approach the Empress. The Empress does not chase. And so once you get that down, once you get that energy down and you realize that as the Empress that you don't have to chase, because whatever shows up for you is actually yours. So it feels like this is a big turning point for you. Tell me what this big decision is. I think you're making a decision to hold back from people who don't appreciate your presence, like the presence of being with them, being in their presence, that kind of presence. So let's talk about the Judgment card. I feel like you're making a big decision to cut something out or end something, or to just leave the people behind who have been the ones who have hurt you, who've been silent with you, who have blocked you. I think you might be the one doing the blocking now. And no hard feelings. Like I'm going to say, no hard feelings. Look, I just got to do what I got to do. I need to figure out who's in my circle. Tell me about the Judgment. What's the big decision Taurus is making? So we do have... I like it. We have the Four of Wands and we have the Lovers, which is the choice. Look, Taurus, you're choosing peace. You've decided to choose peace, that it's way easier to live a life of peace and to choose peace than it is to keep running after people who never appreciated whatever it was that you gave them. This is a total turning point in your life, that you've decided you're going to walk away by yourself, go play on the snow hill alone, and I feel like you're just going to be courageous. You're going to be brave. The decision that you're making is you're holding back from people who have been holding back from you, people who you have been chasing for their love. You are no longer chasing them for their love. The people here, the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, the ones that are not on your team, the ones who you're figuring out who belongs in your circle, because the Three of Pentacles to me is a really closed circle or a very tight circle of people. I feel like you're releasing some people from that circle. So I feel like you are choosing peace. And you're doing it bravely. That's the decision that you're making. And it's going to involve possibly, breaking some friendships. And some of those relationships that'll be broken might be, people who you are irritated with, that they keep coming back into your life, Taurus. Those are the ones that irritate you because they just come to you for money or for time or for comfort or for physical attraction. I think you're cutting all of that out here. It's like you're no longer dealing with the people who are in the Three of Pentacles in reverse, the ones you don't consider to be friends anymore. Feels like somebody's going to be combing through the friendship list. Yeah, I think that's what the biggest decision is here. We're looking at who's naughty and nice, right? Tell me about the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, please. We've got the Eight of Swords. So Taurus, this has been a hard decision. It's been a hard decision. It's one that you've been stuck in your head about, but you can't allow people to keep coming into your life and crashing into your life whenever they decide they want some affection or they want some love. They know that you are the King of Cups, right? You're the one who, although is a little bit stoic on the surface, Taurus, that you have all this beautiful love deep down here. I think what you're also doing here is I feel like you're kind of trying to make a decision about which ones won't show you affection on the surface and which ones are just scared to show it on the surface. Those are two different people, right? Some people need to be loved a little more and some people just need to be cut out until they learn their lesson. And then we have the Nine of Gifts here, the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like you go from the Eight of Swords, Taurus, to being very confident about who you are, that you are the one that's emotionally healed. You are the one that's emotionally available. You're always there for people to love on them and help them and care for them. But if these people are going to be Three of Pentacles in the reverse, that there isn't really much that you can do from here. There isn't really much, Taurus, that you can do from here. People got to live their lives. They all got to have their own lessons. And for you, this is a huge turning point in your life, and things are about to get easier. This here tells me that things are about to get easier, and that you're pretty much over the hard part of it. I think now you're just going to remain silent as you decide who has earned a place in your life. And you should look at it that way. You should always be the person who is deciding who you allow in your life, and not just allowing people to come in and crash and burn your life. I feel like you're making some cuts. You might decide that you are going to ghost some people, maybe block some people. It's painful, it's hard, but I feel like, look, it's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. I just have to do what I have to do in order to be able to clean the slate, because this Wheel of Fortune's about to move forward here, and it is time for things to change in a fortunate way for you, Taurus. I love this for you. I absolutely love that you are choosing peace. You're choosing peace. You're choosing healing. Look, Taurus, there could also be somebody who you need to speak with, or who wants to speak with you. We do have the Knight of Swords here. We do have the Lovers. I won't ignore that. So I feel like there is somebody healed, Taurus, that you have to make a big decision about. I want to say that this person and you have not had much communication, that there is, the Four of Swords tells me little to no communication, but they are someone that, given the chance, you would choose them. This is someone that you do have some feelings for. I would say they do feel like a soulmate, Taurus, and we do have the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is the one who is direct and honest, right? I feel like you're going to be very direct and very honest with people. Not only the people that are on the naughty and nice list, but I think people in terms of love. If you've got people that keep coming back into your life, Taurus, we're in retrograde, and a lot of you are dealing with exes you don't want to see. I think you just need to be honest and upfront. No more stepping around issues to avoid arguments or avoid fights. I think it's time for you just to speak up and say, look, it's not personal. I'm not trying to hurt you. It's not personal, but you don't serve a purpose in my life anymore. In fact, every time that you're around, you take more than you leave with me. And I'm not saying that everybody in your life has to give you something in order to be with you, but I'm saying that you are the one who is the Hierophant. You are the spiritual teacher. You give freely of your energy. You're always teaching people. You're always giving people the best of you. You deserve for them to give their best to you as well. So I feel like it's almost time for this wheel to turn. I feel like it's almost time with the Seven of Gifts, because the Seven of Gifts tells me that it's almost time to put the gifts under the tree. So I feel like going forward from probably the 24th, 25th, 26th, where it's Christmas and Kwanzaa, I feel like you're making different decisions about who you let in your life, and it's time for you to let some of those people go. It's time for a new day. It's the Fool. It's time for something new, Taurus. It's time to take a leap of faith with all this wisdom that you've learned. It says Father Christmas, but that is the Hermit. And we have the 8 candles. I feel like, Taurus, that you are going to be getting some sort of balanced communication from someone in the future here. We do have the 8 of Wands, and then we have you, the Empress, and we have balance or temperance. It could be a Sagittarius that you've been waiting on, but I do feel that there is some fast-moving energy coming toward you, and I feel like things pick up from here. If it's not a messenger that's coming, I feel like things pick up from here, and I feel like you're going to deal with this leap of faith with all of the wisdom that you've learned throughout the year. I think it's beautiful. You have a new beginning coming, and so do we all, in January 1st, but I think you're already stepping through that portal, Taurus. I'm going to go for now. Happy New Year and happy holidays, my friends. Thank you so much for all the ways that you've been loving me. I'm loving you back. I'm going to be back because I'm always back. Take care, y'all. Bye-bye.